Hey there, how you doing? Got the WRL. Learn to speak today, son. The WRL Globe Champion 300 AM transmitter. Got our 1N4007 diodes to replace the selenium rectifier. We got some new, 25 volt, 25 microfarad capacitors for these four. One 25 volt 50 for that one, and some 150 volt. What are these? These are 500 volt. I got all the high temperature, high hour capacitors that were available from DigiKey here. They offered the best to get everything I wanted. I also got a power input module, power entry module, TEM. So this power entry module's got the 10 amp circuit breaker on it. It's got the EMI filter built into it. It's rated for the same current. I'm going to be removing the one that's in here. I'm sure it works fine, but it looks a little janked. You want to come in here and take a look at this thing? Now, you know what, let's see if we can make this work for you. Let me get a light. Ha! Yeah! So here you go. Let's see if we can get you in here, trying to see the camera as I get you in here. This is easy. So what you got is, see that back there? That's somebody put in a, what I believe is, it's definitely a circuit breaker. Those chokes are original. They're EMI filters, and then of course there's a capacitor in there. I'm going to take that whole thing out and replace it with that power entry module. Oh, yeah, I bet you that did you well, huh? Yeah. Okay. So, I'm old, I need a flashlight. Got my file. Got my drill bit, because I'm going to have to drill a hole at each corner. And I still haven't thought about how I'm going to cut in there. I hate to bring up the 6-inch abrasive wheel up here. Sparks. I mean, come on. Sparks. It's a transmitter. 300 watts. I don't think sparks are a choice, but we'll think about it as we move along. Maybe I gotta. This is going to be interesting. I think I maybe have a Dremel I can get in there with. Should probably do it in front of the vacuum cleaner, maybe. Do I have the vacuum cleaner up here? No. Now you're in for a pretty long video. So nothing to do but do it. Now usually I got a television on up here when I'm working on projects like this, and that's what's entertaining me. And it seems as though now, I see, I guess I'm entertaining you. Well, I'm just going to have to talk to myself. So, let me get these pliers over here. I don't want to... You just got here. I just started this YouTube thing. And to be quite honest... the whole editing thing and everything hasn't really God, it piqued my interest. So right now I'm just taking the nut off the switch on this circuit breaker, which, I'll be honest with you, I think Paul Bunyan made install this thing. You know? I like to consider myself a man. Although it's 2025, while I think I'm a man, and I know I'm inclined to the things that men do and enjoy. Wow, that is tight. Okay. You know there are people out there who are different than me. This thing's been long unplugged. Boy, oh boy, that is impressed by Mr. Paul Bunyan. I'm gonna have to go at this a different way. You're on this journey with me. The trials and tribulations that I experience, you as well will experience. Let's see. I may abandon ship on this now. We just got here. This is the first thing we're doing. We can't even get this nut off. This nut will get off. Okay. Oh. Had to give her a little twist. Now I couldn't go in straight at it. I had to give it a little twist. But wait, there's a twist. Come on, baby. Let's do the twist. Come on, baby. Man, these are some biggies. Now, let's see. Thought I had a smaller pair. Try this. That's a negative. That's a negative Ghost Rider. Oh. So, what are you guys all doing on a... What is today? I think today's Tuesday. It's Tuesday. Yesterday was St. Patty's Day. I hope you got your Irish on. My name is Colin Sowney, so I guess, you know, according to that 23andMe, you know, the government hijacked site that's going to take my genes and, who knows what they do with these things, or why people think these things even happen. Can you even hear me if I'm not talking into that camera? Man, I'm talking to this radio over here. It's a great listener. Okay. There it goes. Okay. I got this nut off. Step one. Told you were in for the long haul. You signed up for this. Alright, so what do we have on this circuit? Let's bring out that schematic. Is this the one I want? No. So there's two schematics for this thing. The one in the book here, which this is, I think, maybe the first version. There's a couple, apparently it's a couple versions of this transmitter. A couple versions of it, and a couple updates. This one's had a lot of updates. Engineering bulletin for the transmit light. Engineering tune-up instructions. This is the where did the no. Maybe if I paid attention what I was looking for. So here we go. This is the Globe Champion. And this too is not the correct schematic. There are some things on here that I saw. This is the correct schematic. Tell me somebody's at my door right now. No, guess not. Dogs were barking. Didn't know if you heard them. We're keeping them at the door though. This is the right schematic. You see this right here? That right there. I can't see it. There we go. You see that right there? I think that's some sort of reactive load. To load up transformer number 3 here. Anyways, I already replaced those capacitors. Those are right there. We replaced those. They failed and blew up the last microphone. Something happened. The element popped in the microphone. Those blew up. We lost the audio. We replaced those. Got another mic. Got the audio back. But it ran away on us. Or on me. This guy in my pocket. Over here. Yeah. Say the mouse. But anyways, it ran away and was, sending all the juices out the antenna wire into the poor little Heath antenna, and it was sending all the fire to the wire. And so because there was a bad, I'll show you later. There's a capacitor back there, which is just a space. It's just a little spacer, but apparently it was too short, too close to itself. I believe it's this C40. C40 right there. Well, the C40 was, it's an air capacitor back there, and it's got 2 plates on the end of wires that go in and out, in and out, in and out, and they were too short, causing it to run away. Now, I'm not going to lie to you, there's a little burn mark on what appears to be the 11 meter. No. 10 meter selector. This thing has an 11 meter selector. Fun. The 10 meter, I'm going to replace it. Somebody put a stranded connector in here, but up here there's some cookage. So I'm going to get in there and file and clean and polish and see if I can't get rid of that. Because I don't know, I'm not a huge 10 meter guy. 80, 160. Studying for my extra. This is going to help me, don't you think? Yeah, so we're going to replace that. But anyways, back to this. This is the choke we're pulling out, safety caps. Those were replaced up there, we showed you. So, anyways, that reactive load, which I think is regulating or loading up the T3 to give it, somebody comment below and tell me what I'm trying to say. I'm studying on it, trying to figure it out. If you think this stuff is easy, let me know, because I can use some help from somebody who thinks it's easy. What did Einstein say? One of these guys, anybody who can explain something simply knows enough about it, or anybody who can't explain something easily doesn't know enough about it. Here I am trying to over-explain something because I don't know enough about it. I just know that those capacitors are no bueno. Pair of 150s. I don't remember seeing those in my capacitor package. Did I get the pair of 150s? Oh, we'll find out in a minute. If not, I'm going to have to order them, and that sucks. Should I stop now and order the 150s? Should I see if I didn't have them? Alright. There's a pair of 150s. I'm pretty sure these are all 500s. You son of a gun. those two, those four, and that one. You did not get these 150s. 2020 150. What a maroon. Well, you're on this journey with me, I guess. As for you, if I don't post this video until I attach it to the other ones for a week, 2 weeks, however long it takes for those other ones to get here, this is gonna be like watching the same thing. Oh! For me, well, I was hoping to be on the air with this thing. But I'm not putting it back in that case because it weighs 100 pounds until these pair of 150 volt 20 microfarad capacitors are replaced. I don't think I'm going to have them upstairs. That's a pretty big electrolyte. I don't think I'm going to have that upstairs. Well, okay, that sucks. So back to this. We're doing it. This is what's happening. We're going to hack this circuit breaker out of here. But what do we got attached to this circuit breaker? See, because this fuse is just in line with one of the transformer here. On the other side of the switch is way up here. So, what do we have here? We've got this power line coming in, which I'm going to take off also. See, the reason I'm staring at this is because this circuit breaker's got like 3 connections on one side and 1 on the other. And I'm wondering because I'm guessing the one comes in from the line, and the other side goes to this. Okay, I'm seeing this transformer. TS1 is that switching back, and going over to this relay number 4. Relay number 3. Alright, yeah, so there's a lot going on here. Alright, no problem. Let's get that power cord off of there. Philio deal! Hey Phil, how you doing, Phil? Not so bad. Good, good, good. Yes, that's not a Phil. This thing's from 1952, something like that. Here I am reaching for the Phillips. Huh. You know, every now and then you gotta realize I'm an idiot. Well, maybe you already do. Maybe I'm the one who needs to realize it. We'll see. I mean, clearly it's one strike against me for getting the 150 volt 20 microfarad. I want to keep calling them micrometers. 20 mic, whatever. Hey, I turned 40 and needed glasses. Now I'm 50 and I'm already up to 250s, so I can see this stuff clearly. Now, this is why you're here, to watch the snippy snip. Snippity. This is some good wire here. Snip. And snip. Alright. So why is it so important that we get rid of this cord? Well, You see that? I'm trying to cover my eyes so this camera picks up that. You see that right there? It's still trying to pick up my eyes. Anyways, those are both the same size. You can plug that in the wall this way or plug that on the wall that way. You can have it like this or you can do it like that. You can do it like this or you can do it like that. You can do it like this or you can do it like that. Anyways, with nothing neutral. So the hotline, while this thing doesn't seem to much mind going into these relays, the way it's wired and the transformers and stuff, I do think I'm going to try to add a chassis ground for this power entry module so that it's grounded. Now, I'm not too hip on electronics. But I do think that nothing being neutral bonded, I have to double check to make sure that the chassis isn't part of a circuit. I'm looking down here, you know, like the grid is ground, grid inputs 6. And there's a lot of things going off to ground here. Now, on a schematic from 2025, it's going to be shown. Please comment below, be polite. I don't have an Elmer, just figuring this out as I go, teaching myself everything I can figure out. These are going to ground. Now there might be a circuit in here that's using this ground that might somehow marry it to the hot side. No, that's wrong. That's somehow marry it to ground out. So the hot line might be married to the neutral line, which wouldn't be a neutral line in 1954. Anyways, whatever, again, comment below and tell me what I'm trying to say. What's that? I'm trying to say I'm an idiot. Well, if you just got here and you're just figuring that out. Oh, you hear that dinging? That's the, you know that dinging in the background? When you got your phone on and you're shooting videos, if you don't set it to do not disturb, that will mute your video. And I'm looking at my screen because I got a flip thing there. If it was the other way and one of those go through or the do not disturb or whatever turns off, you never know. You're filming away, you're doing all this work, you're going on, you got hours, and next thing you know you check and somebody texted you and you forgot to put on your do not disturb. Hey, I gotta thank the guy for that do not disturb heads up. It has saved me countless. So there are 2 standoffs that are on nuts with these chokes in here that I'm trying to figure out how to get off. Yeah, I pretty much beat that. Oh, I pretty much beat that joke to death. Getting these nuts off, you know. But that doesn't mean enough. Oh boy, I was hoping to get on the air with this thing sooner than later. Join the boys over on, what is it, 3885, I think they're on AM now. Okay, that screwdriver just, whoa, it's going to damage the thing. I'll be right back. hopefully I don't embarrass myself too badly with these guys, you know. You know what was interesting? Upstairs I got an ICOM 765, and to be honest with you, oh, that's got a good bite. I hooked up a SDR on the receiver antenna side. Oh my lord. My lantern. And the SDR receives so darn well. Stations that I couldn't even hear on the 6765 with the preamp on, even notched up. Listen, that SDR, I think it was RTL SDR, I believe is the SDR I'm using. Oh, well, you know what? I was going to use that tab, that standoff somewhere else in the radio, but it just broke. No, it didn't break. I broke it because I'm manhandling this operation like a professional wrestler. What is going on? Well, it broke and it's coming out in pieces. Oh, I see. Well, you know, if I had taken the time to look at this, I would have realized this was double nutted. Dos huevos. And those are eggs. No nuts, alright? Yeah, everything is all turning here. It's already all. Like I said, this has already gone to hell. I should give up now while I'm ahead. What I should do, I want to be able to salvage that standoff on the bottom. I need a standoff down here. When I replace these high voltage capacitors, their cans are on the top and I'm going to save them. So what I need to do is get a socket driver for this. That's right. I want to save that bottom standoff. And I also want to pull this out of here in one piece because, boy, oh boy, is it ugly. So, what do? Do I go downstairs? Well, let's see. I should be able to look at that and say that that's a 5/16. Is it going to be a 5/16? No. I know how to fix this. Oh, we need a calculator though. I'm back. I said calculator and I meant it. Right now I'm just getting the calipers on there so I can get a reasonable idea of what size it is. 250. Well, I don't need a calculator for that. That's a quarter inch. Here's an interesting fact. When you know something's a quarter, you know it's a half, or you know it's 5/16 or 7/32 or whatever, you got to do that decimal conversion because we don't use metric system here. Anyways, 7/16 of an inch. What is 7/16 of an inch of decimal conversion? 7 divided by 16, 4375. 4375. 7/16 of an inch. There you go. In case you didn't know. And if you did know, well, I like to remember things. So now I'm going to go find a 1/4 inch socket. It's way downstairs in the garage. I don't know if I have a 1/4 inch socket driver, a ratchet. 3/8. Anyways, what's this thing? You just caught that, didn't you? What's that? Where are those snippers? Let's snip this right off here. Quarter inch. And I thought it was 5/16. I tell you what, I'm going to leave it recorded. I'm going to run down there, I'm going to grab it. I'm even hit the fast forward button. How about that? Is that how we want to do this? No. Yeah, why not? How long? We're already at a half hour here. I'll be back in a moment. Maybe we'll do like an hour episode. Oh, yeah. So, I had a feeling that was going to happen. Like I said, I didn't have a 1/4 inch ratchet. So, for my guitar stuff, I call myself Sir Haxalot. Now you know why. Just doing the best I can, hacking my way through, trying to. I mean, look at this. Talk about overkill. Therefore, Sir Haxalot. Not sure if any of you have ever ended up in a situation where you had to add, you got no money, so you just got to do something yourself. Later on in the channel, I'll be outside, I'll start changing my oil. See, I got all these projects in the background. I think after I do this one, I don't know if you noticed, but I'm starting with the easy stuff. Ah, nuts. There it is. Starting with the easy stuff here. And this is a pretty standard piece. What is there? Maybe 100 parts to this thing. I got this pair of Heathkit. What are they? WM7s, I think. They got the Peerless Transformer. So I think I'm gonna throw some real high-end caps in there. If I'm not mistaken, they already got the Genelex Gold Line tubes, but odds are they're not matched. They probably don't work. One's shorted. You know how it goes with this stuff. So I think that'll be the next one. So once I finish this, we'll move on to those. Because we've got to recover some money. Sir Axelot doesn't have a lot of money in this operation over here, so we sell these things. This amplifier is already right now on sale, for sale on eBay. As I'm working on it, I know that seems a little, I don't know. Well, it's not presumptuous, because it works. I showed it working. I'm just recapping it and hoping I do it right. And, it's not presumptuous, but I will say that when I'm done with this thing, I just ordered $100 worth of parts. Arguably, I got to get another $20, maybe $5 or $10, $20 worth of parts. And this capacitor up here, yeah. So by the way, if you like what I'm doing here, feel free to like and subscribe. If you like and if you subscribe, it really helps the channel. I know a lot of guys say that. A lot of these YouTubers say that. I say these YouTubers. I'm one of these YouTubers. Say that, but subscriptions and views. Views are awesome, but subscriptions are what really get you going. I think with 50 subscriptions, I get to go live now. Wouldn't that be cool if I could do this live? I mean, talk about experiencing something with me. I mean, you'll be right there in the guts with me and live, doing it on time, watching me freak out. And something doesn't go my way. Yeah, frustration. It happens. Anyways, alright, so what do we got here? We're going to clip this stuff out. I'm going to save this bracket, but I'm going to clip off. Yeah. So, these are in there as EMI filters. This is to filter out any potential RF interference, RFI, that may head up the line and out, or possibly come in. I don't know if these will reduce a 60 hertz hum. I think these help that. But anyways, I don't like these things sitting in there line voltage, man. That's the lines. So there you go. Get this out of here. So we got transformer number 1 going back there. There's the line. So this is, that's the line coming in. Snip the line coming in. Yeah, see what there is there's a 110 volt relay here. And they call it the 110 volt relay, sorry. It's the transmit relay. So when you key this thing up, if you've got an external antenna relay or something like that, you can get up to that right there. Alright, so we're going to get this transformer lead cut. That's out of this big old transformer that, to be quite honestly with you, when I go to install this power entry module, may have to modify this slightly, elongate the holes. There's a little slot in this, but I may have to slide this transformer that way a little pinch. And by a pinch, I mean like 30 to 50 thousandths to clear this. By eye, it looks like it's going to fit, but I don't know if your eyes like mine, but the older I get, I ain't got the old. Was that out loud? That was the, I feel like I don't even know what that was. It rolled, though. It was heavy. It sounded like a screwdriver. Where the heck did it go? What the heck was it? Ah, there it is. We don't need this or this, so let's clean up this haberdashery. Haberdashery, because we're making hats, that's what we're doing. Alright, so that was the other transformer we. Where'd that go? One potato. Where did two potato go? I'm going to slide this thing out of here. Oh, it's still in here. So that's the other one, is this other black wire. It's very short. I'm going to hack it off this. Take it off. Oh, God, I hate doing that with these. I don't know what's going on here, but I'm going to have to take this off here. Oh, yeah, they had a problem soldering here, didn't they? Yes, they made a mess. Oh, yeah. Alright, no. Stick here. That comes up and over. Comes to the transformer line. I gotta try to make sure I remember where this stuff goes so I don't make a complete buffoon of myself. Sorry if you can't hear me. So that's the relay, or circuit breaker. Is there a date code on this thing? 110. 2010, you think I got? Spencer. Doesn't even say how many amp it is. Oh, I guess that 10 is probably amps. I'm hoping it's a 10 amp. And I hope the guy knew what he was doing here. I don't know. I don't know when that upgrade was done, but he never did the capacitors. Let's put that with this. Get this out of the way. And take another peek at what we're doing here. Alright, this black wire, this transformer wire can come up a different way. I just want to grab it a different way here because it's going around 3 other wires to come up here. Make it tidy, just neat and tidy. Come up like that. There we go. Yeah. These are our 3-line power. Here's that standoff I'm going to use. Where's that white wire go? Scooby-Dooby-Doo, this white wire. Okay. So that white wire goes alright. So I think what we got here is pretty straightforward now. These 3 go to hot. neutral. These three are going to go to neutral. That's not bonded for that there. We gotta work over this thing. This is why you need glasses. Alright, that's not bonded down there, so that's the line comes in, goes through this white, into this switch here, comes out of this switch through a couple different things. Out of the switch, it hits the orange wires. Feed one back here, one goes to the transformer. The other orange wire goes up to this transmit switch. Ah, yes, the transmit switch, because it's going to excite the it excites the final output when you transmit something like that. So let's go back to this. We got this all figured out now. This is going to be the neutral leg. And the hot leg will be the one that gets switched. So let's twist these together just so we can not forget that. Where'd that standoff go? Right there, okay. Now, like I said, I'm going to save this standoff. Okay, I'm going to reuse it over here somewhere. Alright, so let's clean up a little bit here and we'll figure out how we're going to install this thing. Now remember, again, like I said, I'm not exactly a wealthy man. The only reason I know how to do this stuff is because I've been doing it for a long time, because nobody couldn't afford to pay people. I couldn't afford good stuff, and I couldn't afford to pay people to fix stuff that was broken. So you buy broken stuff and you figure out how to fix it so you can have things. Again, I got a car in the garage I got a bunch of work projects on. These amps are next. Then we're going to do this tuner up here. Can you see this tuner? You can just see the bottom of it. I'm going to restore that one after the amps. So once this thing sells and I can recuperate a little bit of the losses, I'll do those. And we will, I'm turning this, by the way. It's 106 pounds. Hernia. No, I don't have a hernia, it's a joke. But I want to lay out this mamma jamma, which is convenient that I brought over the calipers that I've now misplaced. .13. Somebody is telling me you ought to lay this out with tape. What do I want to do about that? So the goal here is to have this sitting right on there, right in there, like that. Now I was thinking about doing it like this because the back of this transformer is going to get close to this pin, but honestly I want to get rid of these two holes. It's ugly. I don't know if you know how crafty mice are. Mice are crafty little buggers. I'll bet you they can fit through that hole. So I'm going to install this where those holes are. Now what I do need to lay out is where. So I'm going to use the bottom of the hole as here's my tongue. this transformer because I want to make sure I clear this transformer. We're just gonna have to. I may have to put a small gas in this. I don't know. Just gonna resting up there. Get this panel here off of the bottom edge. Oh boy, I forgot. That's a big screw right there. Ah, see? It's a good thing you're here with me to remind me of stuff like that. I could have put this thing in there and it would have never went in the chassis case. Wouldn't have that sucked. Alright. So it's a good thing you're here to remind me of how that's going to be. I wonder if I got a good witness. I know that the chassis screws in up here. There's the witness line right there. I can see it. Right here. No, why would that screw be behind it? Now, we're going to dive in because the case is here, but it's got all my workstation. So I'm going to climb down here like a spelunker. Got my handy dandy flexible scale. What are you going to weigh with that scale? It's not for weighing. Weights and measures, weights and measures. What are you measuring exactly? That's what I'm talking about. Alright, so from the bottom, it's got these little risers on it. I'll show you when you get to that. I'll show you when we get to that part of the video, I guess. It's got these little risers that thing sits on. So from those up, let's go to, speaking of decimals, let's go to the decimal side since we're playing with the thing. It's 300 and what looks like 325 thousandths. To be safe, we're going to say it's 350 thousandths. Now I got to take this thing, make sure this thing. Well, guess what, guys? New plan. It's going this way. I'm going to have to get a cover for that hole. There's no way this is going to fit through the hole in the back vertical. New plan. So let's now you're on it, you're in it with me here, so let's do this. I'm gonna have to get a plug for that upper hole. Or the lower hole, which hole? So I want to be up here. And up here. Up higher, it's more attractive. I want to plug this lower hole. What a disappointment that was. Now, anyways, here we go. What did I say? 350 thousandths is going to do it. Let's double check. We got to know when to hold them and know when to fold them. Yeah, 350 is a good number. 350! We're going to give it 350,000. Oh, God. I was in a motorcycle accident in 2019. Oh! Maybe someday you'll see some, I'll post some pictures online or on the YouTube there. But my hip is held together with a piece of chain. And it hurts like nobody's business. But I'm not disabled. Alright, what did I say? 350 thousandths. Although I guess, you know, I am capable, so I'm doing this shit. The question is, am I competent? Well, we'll find out when we get on the air. So, what I did was I set this at 350 thousandths. I know, I'm scratching it, and I'm sorry. But it's going to tell me where I can put this thing. It's just a light scratch. But guy, you already said you were going to put it up high. You may have to ditch this 115 volt AC switch. It looks like the edge of this thing is right here. know it was a son of a gun trying to get out of this. So, now this is where you're going to need to have to do the maths. You're going to have to know our maths. Alright, let's see how many of these. I'm trying to figure out how wide the hole is. Back on my knees. Oh, my knees again. I just can't help but be on my knees again. Oh, Willie, help me now. Alright, I need that light. Again, I usually play music in the background. 1.5 inches on one side, 1.5 inches on the other. So, overall, it's 18 inches. So, 18 inches wide. And this is 20. Now, this is some complex math. Don't fuck it up. 20 inches minus 18 inches. It's 2 inches. Now, you got to divide the 2 inches by 2. No. Multiply it by half. No. Something, and you end up with an inch on each side. Whatever it is, you end up with an inch on each side. So we're gonna come back to our handy dandy thing. 1 inch. We're gonna give it 50 thousandths because we like to have a little extra waggle room. This project just turned so many new weird directions. Oh, you guys were in it with me. Now, just looking over here because I'm going to have to pick it up. And what I can do is slide it, slide it right over the edge. Think smarter, not hard. I was so ugly. My mama, the doctor slapped my mama when I was born. And then he took out his pocket knife and cut off of my home. He said, lady, if you ain't already picked out a name, go on and haul in patrol. He's gonna be wild. I'm giving you one. You gotta have rules. Keep an eye on. Well, can you see what we've done did? Fudge size. Now, you guys are in it to win it with me, buddies. And this thing's well, I guess we can do it this way. Problem is, see, here's the line. Can you see the line? I don't know if you can see the line or not. There's a line right here, and a line right here intersects. This thing is well above it. And this thing's got to be here, somewhere here, or I got to file off. I know. How tall is the pole? How much do you have to file off? God, why didn't you check that out first? Why didn't you tell us the first time? I'm trying to tell you guys. Jeez, calm down. Calm down. Oh. 2 inches. 600 thousandths. It's probably 625 or whatever 5/8 is, but we're going to call it 2 inches and 600 thousandths. So we're 2 inches and 600 thousandths tall. Yeah, 2 and 600 thousandths. Like I said, I think it's 625, so. But that gets me on that line. Oh, wait. And we knew this one was 350. Math. I don't know what I'm doing, but they say it gets you places. So anyways, 2,600 plus 325. So 6, 9, 7, 8, 9, 25. Yeah. We're going to go 20, down to the 10 here. Squeak out a little bit extra room. In carpentry, they call that the reveal. Alright. We're going to put that. You know what? So, the loading coil for the tank strip is right here. And there's a plate right here. So we're start relegated to here. I got that 15 volt, 115 volt AC deal. It's really a big problem. Sorry, as you work on these things, you learn to keep an eye out. Alright, so let's come over here. You learn to keep an eye out and constantly look, because you might miss stuff. 350 because we didn't want to do 325, because 325 was going to give us the reveal, which is why we went 10 on the top instead of 25 on the top. Alright. There's where we got to work. What are you saying? You want to see it with tape? Is that what you're trying to tell me? Alright. Well, you're going to have to wait here a second, because again, the tape is, well, you know where the tape is? It's next to where the 1/4 inch ratchet, 3/8 ratchet. Feel free to donate. Find my address online. I don't mind packages. I'll be back with some tape. So now you know why nobody restores these things, because you can't get paid for this stuff. How long am I going to have of this thing? I'm already getting hungry. I suppose I should have eaten dinner before I got here. So like I was saying when I left, I love donations. If you got radios, or you see I need a 1/4 inch ratchet, or any of these things that you see, you're like, oh, I'm writing out loud. What's wrong with this guy? Why didn't you have these things? Well, feel free to donate. I'm not above begging. You guys gotta get by somehow, right? You know, I once ran for office. Speaking of begging, and I don't know if you know how that works, but you're basically begging people for money all the time. Running for office. It was a little bit demoralizing, but I have an opinion to share. But some people do it because they're narcissists and they want to be in charge. I knew I wasn't good. The incumbent's pretty awesome. So, it's about political as you get on my channel, hopefully. Unless you tune into the Thursday night news. Tune into the Thursday night news, you might have a laugh. By the way, this is all for comedy. You see what I'm talking about? This power entry module will definitely not fit. Jeez, that's just awesome. All right. Well, we're thinking. We got our brain on. Oh. Well. Alright, well, we're going to have to get rid of that. Foreshadowing, I didn't bring the ratchet upstairs. I'm going to have to use that hole and maybe elongate another hole for this relay. So maybe we'll do this one down here. Sorry, we're going through a little bit of re-engineering here. This one is 650. That whole, oh, look at this. We just might be into something here, boss. Hey, well, we're gonna have to hate that word, desolder. This solder. I'm going to take this thing out. We are going to retain it though. Not like a lawyer. Hold it on the retainer. Is that what you're trying to ask me? How much do we charge for a retainer? That's a great question. Speaking of professionals, you know, a video editor would like to donate their time and help the channel grow. Drop a comment below, bro, or broette, sis, whatever the word is. You pass the background check. Yeah. Background check. Unless, I'll be honest with you, if you're coming right out of prison with the skills and you need to, you want to donate your time and grow with me, as long as you're honest about rehabilitation and all that wonderful stuff, I'm always about second chances here. Second chances are oftentimes where you find the cream of the crop. No one will perform better than someone who has something to prove to themselves. You know? If you didn't already know, I'm a self-improvement buff. I really think self-improvement and improving the mind and challenging it with new thoughts and ideas, perceptions, philosophies, as well as learning new things. Again, you go check out Sir Haxalot. He's playing the guitar. I just learned that, started that. Memorial Day of 2024. Today is March, 15th, 2000. Now, hold on. Sir Haxalot may have to wish somebody a happy birthday. Now, that's tomorrow, but we're here now, so happy birthday to my mother, who's born. His birthday is tomorrow. We all have a mother. We all love our mothers. Am I going to be done with this thing? Probably not. Boy, oh boy. You ever drop one of these things without guilt? Okie dokie. Every time I do this, I feel like I'm going to knock over. This whole project's going to go right through the toilet. I'm going to have to do this in here. Alright, we gotta... I got this mess. This is a mess. This is a... I don't need the calculator anymore. I really don't need the schematic right now. I don't need any of the new parts right now. Don't need the old parts here. I'm gonna put this stuff over this table. Now I got to plug in the old Weller soldering iron. You may wonder, you may say, geez, Colin, where do you get the soldering iron? Can you see it down here? Yeah, you got the oscilloscope. You know, these are all donations. People give me these things, or I go and I clean out collections of stuff. Not too many people want to deal with this stuff. I think it's the coolest thing ever. You know, this is boring to people. 35 of you are on here for the guitar. I don't know how many of you are on here for the radio. I'd like to thank all of you. If you stay tuned, I'll be on the air with this thing. So what I'm doing now is I got to desolder these lines, but in order to do that, this old stuff, you got to put solder on first. When it's 50, not even 50 years old. How old is this man again? Let's do the math. 1954-ish. Got the fan blowing. 1954-ish. So that makes it, let's say it was 1955. Let's get these, can we get these out here so I can do it out here? No, that's just a mess. Let's say it's 1955. So it makes this thing 75 years old, 70 years old. That 70-year-old solder don't know. Maybe it's 60, maybe it's 80. Yeah. Let's see, 20, 30, 40, 50. So it's 20, 30, 40, it's 30. $30 less than 100. So it's 70. She's getting hot, hot, hot. Some like it hot, 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 and sucky. There it is. That's what I'll do. Maybe I can get the iron in over here. The irony of it. Oh, the irony! No, it doesn't. Keep clicking. Nice. Let's see. Not much. What do they do? I'm gonna have to get this front one off first. So aren't you glad you tuned in now? Isn't this enthralling? Is this the most exciting thing you've ever seen? Now, if you tuned in for an exciting episode, I'm sorry. Just adding a little more solder to it to try to get the tab to melt. You can see the wires are moving, but there's still a little bit of solder on there. Ah, there it went. I almost felt it. Pretending I can see what I'm doing. Ah. Get the anti-glare light. This light is so good. You use anywhere. Sorry, Alex. I love you. I love your channel. Check out Northridge Fix. That guy's awesome. He does all. You know what? He fixes 4090 video cards like nobody's business. The guy is the master at 4090 video cards. Well, that one we can go for. Northridge Fix. Alex, I think is the guy's name. I love his channel. I'm just making fun, which I guess is rude, but if you can't have fun anyway. You're on YouTube, so you gotta deal with the haters. Why not deal with somebody who's having some comedy, right? Who are your favorite YouTubers? You know, I think about it. I talk about it on my guitar stuff every now and then, mentioning some of the people that I follow and use so that I can learn from them. Who are your favorite YouTubers? Sorry, I gotta speak up. I forgot you're on a camera up there. Who are your favorite YouTubers? Comment below. I kind of like this old Tony. Cutting Edge Engineering. Wesley Kagan. There's some pretty good ones out there. I'm really kind of loving Cletus McFarland right now, and I'm probably gonna go order another piece of merch so I can have a chance to win that Cadillac Escalade V. Who doesn't want that thing? Thanks, Cletus. You know, like I didn't have anything else to do with my money. Now I'm gonna buy some merch. I'm just kidding. Again, this is humor. Hell yeah, brother! You're on the Colin Sound YouTube channel. Sorry. I'm just having fun. Is it rude? Is it mean? I don't know. Is it? I have if your fan base goes and sees what you're talking about and becomes a fan, you know, then that doesn't matter if you're making fun or if you're just having fun. Although I will say that it could be said with comedy. Ow! I think I just burned my finger. With comedy, if it ain't mean, it ain't funny. Ain't that the truth? Come on, baby. Why aren't you coming up? Well, you're in it with me. You're in it with me. I mean, it's almost out. What's going on? Come on. You're not supposed to pry with your iron, so I'm trying to go easy with the iron. Oh, that was hot. I want to see how many times they wrapped this thing around here. I want to see how they did it. I'm going to trim it. I was trying to do this the hard way. Alright, I want to make sure I maintain the proper side here. This goes to this relay right here, the TR relay. Off this white and blue. Alright, so let's pay attention to what just happened. This wire came to hot. Went to here. These were shared here, so this was the hot leg that came in. With these three. So this is going to be the new hot leg. It's down here. Hot Legs Houlihan. Remember Hot Legs Houlihan? Hot Pants Houlihan. What was her name? Something like that. Alright, so this other white wire coming up off that blue and orange. I don't like that it's blue and orange. They both go to the same place for relay 3. What was relay 3? Oh, I saw that in the schematic. Yep, that's proper. Okay, that's proper. Comes in this, then hooks up to here, this white one. With that white one there. So let's do this now. Be able to do that. It's still working here. I'm going to have to probably put a terminal tie strip here. Boy, oh boy, they don't get that wire very much. It's a sharp edge. But... okay. So that goes there like that. And that terminal tie strip goes in between. Alright, we're all set. Figured that out. That's the other line coming in. Hot, neutral. Hot, neutral. So that goes there, that goes there, that goes right there. Oh, that goes clickety, 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 click. That goes. Clickety click happens on this yellow wire when it goes to ground. So that yellow wire, as far as I can tell, that's its hiding back there, comes over here to this SCR, follows that white wire, which then hits up with that bundle of green wires. There's got to be a transformer in there somewhere. Why else are we making AC? Well, unless that's a detector. I don't know about this stuff. Literally just goes over there. Unless it goes down there. Oh, I see. It comes down here. Alright. Anyways. We're not ready. Let's not lose our track of what we're doing. This stuff was a little static charge in there or something. flush if this is possible. That hole up there, we'll put a terminal tie strip up there because we're going to have to grate. This. Alright, let's say a prayer. Swing this thing around. Well, at least we only lost the ratchet. Never scratch in a light in my eye. Alright. So, that 10 amp fuse is going to go, that's going to go, this is going to go here. It's going to soak off. And it's going to go up here. This is horrible. Yeah. You know what I'm tempted to do is just cut this whole thing out big, build a panel to replace it, because this is a lot of nonsense. To try to get this first of all this way. Right? No, we're definitely going this way. Definitely doing it that way. My big fat head's in the way, isn't it? Oh, now you know how I see. That's what my eyes look like. That stuff is everywhere. Yeah. So now there's going to be all sorts of ugly holes. And get rid of these holes. Just do this. Then you got this gaping hole up here. I don't think it's going to look very good with this thing right on it. Is this going to look very good with this thing right next to it like that? It's literally going to have to be right next. It's going to be like that. What did I expect? The best I can do is this. That's if I replace four screws and panel. Doesn't that sound like hackery? How many Men in Black fans we got? Did I mention I was a little hungry? This is a little bit defeating. Here you are with me for it. I thought this was going to go better. So let me just let you know where I'm at. This power entry module and this terminal strip have to exist here. I'm even going to put a piece across where the barrier is. Can we do penetrations? I mean, I guess I can have some penetrations above this line, but it starts getting into that closed off area of the tanks are. The shielded area. So this is approximate. So that's that. And the screw is here. So if we're going to do a whole panel that goes on there, we would cut it a little smaller, leave room for 1, 2, 3, 4 screws, 5, 6, 7, 8, or just six screws. And that will hold this and this. I don't like these as 110. .110 on the back of your radio on a terminal tie strip. On a terminal tie strip. 110 on those screws. Back here, floating there. You're just keying up. It's live with 110 volts. Unkey, it's dead. I guess for that we just put the plastic over it. Just getting too carried away. I don't need to Mr. Carlson this thing. Go check out Mr. Carlson, by the way. Dr. Carlson. I think it's Mr. Carlson's lab. That guy really knows what he's talking about. I'm a hack. That guy is beyond professional. He is perfect. There are people in this world who do seek perfection. He is one of them. He's worth following and watching. Not as important with this stuff, but when you're dealing with audio, he's got a couple good tips and tricks. But he's also an inspiration to do things better. There's always a better way to do things, especially when you're teaching yourself. Because when you didn't have somebody teaching you how to do this stuff, yeesh. Things I've hacked along the way. Well, that's why you're here now, to make sure I do it right. So when you buy this thing, you'll know what I did. You'll know what it does. You'll know how it's done. But I think for today, for now at least, I might post this thing. I don't know. It's been a few hours maybe. An hour and a half episode. Isn't that disappointing? Well, like I was saying, I'm a fan of Men in Black, and I think there's a particular episode where Tommy Lee Jones. Is this the right movie where he says you gotta let the pie? You just gotta let the pie do the thinking, or something like that. You gotta sit down and eat a piece of pie and forget about stuff. I do memory work with the guitar, learning things. I do some lecture work out and about, memorization. One of the best ways to remember things is to forget them. Huh, you heard that right. One of the best ways to remember things is to forget them. I'm actually a pro on that. You only remember the memory. So if you forget it, relearn it, you've now learned something better than the memory on your journey to perfection. If you want to be an Ashland, that perfect Ashland. Some people reach it, some people are hacks and be rough their whole lives, like me. But we're working on it. Anyways, that's it for today. I don't know if I'll post this later or not. I may just continue it on. But I think I'm going to make a panel put this in the panel, put this above it, because it's just going to look like trash. These holes hanging out. I was really hoping this would fit right there like that. I would have thought I'd look at the measurements online before I spent $50 on a power entry model. Maybe I can return it and get a smaller one with the same. No, it's 10 amps. I need 10 amps of power. And I'll be honest with you, I think I got a 15 amp EMI electrode, whatever, filter. 10 amp breaker. So I got maxed out the filter. Which is probably why I had a problem fitting the mother trucker. Then we gotta find a piece of aluminum. You just saw me yawn. Well, here we are. I'm gonna go eat dinner. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for joining me on this journey. We'll get to the end of it. Let's just hope I figure out how to put it back together. Come together right now.